Lifepath 2911. So the 11 is double creativity and confidence. The 9 is integrity and wisdom. And the 2 is cooperation and balance. So 11, double creativity and confidence. We can choose to create our lives an accident or an adventure. When a double 1, the 11, appears to the right of the slash mark, as in birth numbers 2911, it signifies precisely the same energies and qualities outlined. But all of the qualities, talents, and potential hurdles represented by 1 are present in double strength. Those on the 2911 life path are here to combine creative energy with higher forces, principles, and integrity, finding ways to apply their creativity in service of others aligned with their higher wisdom. This higher wisdom is revealed by spiritual laws, especially the laws 2911s are here to live and learn. Using the method outlined in your birth numbers, we do not add together the final 2 digits of the 4-digit birth numbers. If we did add them together, we would come up with 29, 11, 2, underscoring the double influence of cooperative energy, along with double creativity, creative service. All 2911s, along with other double 1s, have tremendous creative potential. But because their primary life purpose represents a kind of mountain to climb, they may not feel as creative as others who aren't working 1 energy and who have few pressing issues or obstacles in this arena. Some 2911s are still stuck working the 2 or 9 issue that precede the 11. This may block their awareness of the abundant energy available to them. Many 2911s are extremely creative, but they have trouble handling this energy. Before 2911s can open the floodgates of their inborn creative potential, they have to find themselves, their center, their identity, their balance and boundaries. They need to work through clearing their independence on the opinion of others through the law of intuition, then contacting and living in accordance with spiritual law by taking responsibility for their own life. Some 2911s come from a background of child abuse or violence. They may need to fight to get their will back and to fight their sense of self-sufficient identity. The 2 influence plays a strong role and requires that 2911s integrate the sometimes conflicting parts of themselves and overcome the tendency toward resistance and rigidity. Those working 2911 also face the challenge of insecurity. With the double creativity 11 comes double insecurity, which manifests in one of 2 polarities. Some 2911s act insecure, nervous, fearful, and underconfident. Other 2911s overcompensate for this internal feeling of inferiority by developing a guarded demeanor that can appear aloof or overconfident. For example, Although most 2911s have very big hearts and a genuine desire to serve helpful causes and make a difference, they can become extremely competitive because they fear losing, and its consequences reflecting their sense of inferiority. The double one with a 9 means that the energy of 2911s need to be aligned with a larger will toward a higher good, in accordance with balance and love. Their creativity tends to be mental rather than emotional, full of meaning, but not generally as full of color and feelings as that of a 33 artist. Nearly all 2911s have a large and powerful energy field, whatever their physical size. When inspired or excited, they need less sleep than most people. When they decide to generate something new, inventive, original, or insightful, they have the energy to perform and produce wonders. Their abundant energy is a two-edged sword, however, with great benefits or equally great liabilities. Energy is a tool that serves both creative and destructive forces. Electrical energy can light our cities or electrocute a human body. As 2911s learn the lessons of life, they can apply their tremendous energy in more positive ways. Otherwise, they have a strong tendency toward addictive behaviors, to discharge a blocked and painful cauldron of constricted energy. Along with all of these challenges, 2911s display extraordinary potential when they face their issues with awareness and commitment. They are among the most creative people on the planet, and the energy of two entails a form of cooperation with others. And 2911s are born to support humanity in ways both large and small. Whether they're business people or healers, construction workers or hairdressers, athletes or artists, they have the potential to bring a spark of creativity to life through their work, their hobbies, and their family life. Overall, 2911s are destined to direct their power of creative energy to uplift and inspire, to support and heal. When working 2911 in the positive, these people feel inspired and inspire others as they follow their clear path of service. The underlying motive in all that they do: creative strategists, supportive friends, and loyal allies. They attract people with their natural charisma and lead by inspiration. In whatever creative field they choose, they offer something special, showing exceptional energy, vitality, and endurance to reach their goals. Relaxed and open, these 2911s get inspiration directly from spirit. When the 2911s are working in the negative, outwardly insecure and inhibited, or aloof, subdued, and seemingly self-assured, these individuals feel haunted by a sense of inferiority that manifests as competitiveness and a fear of losing. Dominant and opinionated, they seem to have a chip on their shoulder and a need to prove something. Stubborn and resistant, bossy and highly opinionated, they have a hard time letting go. Their illusionary inferiority inhibits creative risks that would make their life exciting. Lost without a real sense of themselves, they alternate between fitful energy and periods of collapse. Their pent-up energy generates addictive or abusive behaviors, and their lessons about spiritual law especially about actions and their consequences, often get delivered in a court of law. Some life path issues regarding health. Individuals working 2911 often have an unusual appearance due to the influence of power and energy. Their energy field is often 2 or 3 times the average. When they're inspired or excited about a creative project, 2911s don't need as much sleep as most people. Their attractiveness stems as much from a glowing energy field as from physical features. They have a very sensitive reproductive, sexual, creative area, including the lower abdomen and lower back. Reproductive infections, cysts, pain, lower back pain, constipation, or overweight in 2911s are very often related to blocked creative energy. Those working 2911s may suffer more broken bones or unusual diseases than people working other birth numbers. On the other hand, they seem to have exceptional luck, such as walking away from bad accidents. Most often, physical, emotional, or sexual problems of 2911s result from blocked creative energy or problems brought on by specific patterns of abuse. Body work greatly benefits 2911s, whether they're getting it or giving it. The subconscious minds of 2911s are open and suggestible. Therefore, positive thinking, visualization, and other forms of healing that work with the subconscious and the energy body, such as acupuncture, shiatsu, laying on of hands, Reiki, bioenergetics, nutritional therapy, yield better results than standard drugs and medicine. In general, 2911s need a varied diet that includes more dense or grounding foods than many other people. Foods such as grains, beans, or occasional fish or poultry. They need to pay attention to the laws of nutrition and exercise in the same way they need to pay attention to any spiritual law. Even more than most of us, 2911s become what they ingest. Their sensitive energy does not tolerate drugs or alcohol well. They do their best to avoid them altogether. Like all double ones, 2911s absolutely need more exercise than the average person. Not just for fitness reasons, but as a means of keeping their energy flowing and grounded. After a period of conditioning, they tolerate exercise well and thrive on it. Exercising daily and finding creative work or hobbies brings a sense of vitality and well-being to 2911s. While they often have a sentimental side, 2911s seem to focus their creative energies in their mind, which inhibits their emotional expression. They tend to repress or intellectualize their feelings. Emotional inhibition, or the apparent absence of emotions, often affects their relationships. 2911s value and seek relationship with others because they lack a sense of relationship with themselves. Most 2911s appreciate many friends and contacts and also need someone to be there for them as a source of support. But they sometimes get caught up in a double bind of seeking relationship while simultaneously trying to assert their independent nature. 2911s generally live as the individualist who marches to a different drummer. Many people find 2911s attractive due to their large and stimulating energy field. However, when feeling insecure and inhibited, 2911s may experience difficulty with relationships. When their creative juices are flowing into projects or work, they may need to be too busy being creative than to have much time for relationships. Their combination of loyalty, insecurity, needing a sense of connection, and an independent streak makes it complex in their relationships. Their sex life can be a paradox. On the one hand, with the amount of energy flowing through them, most 2911s who aren't blocked have a strong need for regular orgasms unless they are channeling their sexual energy into intense creative projects or hard physical training. On the other hand, their sexuality can sometimes be repressed and inhibit out of insecurity. Or they may withhold sexual expression, which is a -2 in under cooperation. Overall, the emotional and sexual life of 2911s reflects how much balance they have created in the rest of their life. By virtue of their creativity and presence, all 2911s have within them the archetype energy and creative expression and inspiration of the inventor, the artist, the athlete, and the leader. Natural networkers who enjoy many contracts, 2911s represent the paradox of strong individualists who are also here to serve the greater good of the community. In the financial arena, 2911s attract money because money is a form of energy and like attracts like. As their energy flows, so flows their abundance. To the degree that 2911s have stepped forth and expressed their creativity in positive ways, they do very well financially, achieving the security so most important to them, which is a 2 influence. When not working in a positive, they demonstrate and experience down in the dumps feelings of insecurity and lack. For 2911s, money is just a way of keeping tabs on how their energy is flowing. Although in some cases, the accumulation of money can become a kind of a competitive game or a way to gain others' respect and approval. A strong motivation for these individuals. As long as they focus on creative service, 2911s find that abundance comes naturally. Keys to fulfilling your destiny, if you're a 2911, will help you manifest your life purpose by focusing your attention on core issues and by generating specific action to transform key areas of your life. Guidelines and recommendations for 2911s are exercise daily. It can change or even save your life. If insecurity gets in your way, move through it. Practice to become skillful, then rely on your creative energy. Take a weekend workshop that attracts you. Reflect on the following questions. In what ways do you channel your creative energy? And in what ways do you discharge your blocked energy? How can you make the best use of and benefit from your present situation? How would you most like to serve others? How can you begin to trust your heart over others' opinions? If these questions generate any insights, how might you put these insights into practice? The spiritual laws that can change your life for 2911s is the universal law of choices. Creativity is an energy we can choose to apply in positive or negative ways. The law of flexibility. By staying flexible, we make the best possible use of changing circumstances. The law of action. To overcome insecurity, we need to acknowledge our vulnerability but act with confidence. The law of intuition. As we stop monitoring others' opinions, we can connect with our soul's wisdom. The law of responsibility. Deep satisfaction comes with knowing when to say yes and how to say no.